It's gonna be fun when we get to season 4 of Samurai Jack and you finally see the extra meme.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to MehTV. And today, back to Highlander. I apologize if I sound a little bit off. I'm not feeling that great right now.
Here we are,
And
born
here
to
we
be
are. Yes.
kings. We're the princes of the universe.
So, ready to go?
Yepperoonie.
Alright, so 3, 2, 1.
I was born 400 years ago in the Highlands of Scotland. I am immortal, and I am not alone. Now is the time for the gathering, with the stroke of a sword and release the power of the quickening. In the end, there can be only one. For tomorrow, we die on this episode of Goosebumps.
Guest starring Roland Gift as name.
Werner Stalker. Oh, I forgot we're still in Paris. Yeah, I had to remind myself that we're now in Paris because of events from the last few episodes.
Yes. Hey, if you're gonna go to Paris, you might as well make the most of it. Film a few episodes there.
Hey, at the very least, I remembered continuity. So you can't say I didn't know or that I forgot details.
But but it's ticking, so I'm assuming. And there we go. Would you know something stupid's happening?
She's dead, and so is he, and so is she.
Hmm. Now, why would somebody expose themselves to a potentially deadly poison? Unless.
They're an immortal.
Yeah.
We're 3 for 3 in this episode of in, the, in Highlander in France.
That's why they used decapitation as the method of killing all those people in the French Revolution.
You say that as a joke, Alex.
I don't
But
say it as a joke, seriously. Hey, like, I say it seriously because I know... I know what the series is about, you know?
he's dead. How did I see that coming from a mile away?
Yeah, this is why you don't take your fucking helmet off.
So are we gonna get a flashback explaining that guy?
Probably.
Oh, there's a bit in Blue Exorcist where essentially the priest who is Rin Okumura's adoptive father is
Hmm.
and that trace of a nosebleed as he's getting Rin to do some confession. And Rin's like, "Yeah, well, when I fell, I fell smack dab into this super hot babe." And what? Let's go after her, Rin. And I'm like, the priest is not above it all. Which, by the way, that show is also one with Bryce Papenbrook and Johnny Young Bosch as two of the leads.
Okay.
Well, dude,
Money, money, money.
then stop spending most of it, you dipshit.
You're an immortal. Why can't you, why haven't you already stacked enough money to keep you set forever?
Vandal Savage ended up doing that, and guess what he got?
What?
He was able to fund the fucking Legion of Doom,
Yeah! Like, if you've
and
been
he's
a,
lived
if,
longer than
it's
any
like the
of these
meme.
people.
Yeah, it's like the meme, you know? If you're an 800-year-old vampire and you haven't saved up enough money to at least have a house, just step into the sun.
Yeah. Or how Alucard just would look at the sun and be like, I'm bored now. He's just bored, and then he comes back inside.
Uh-huh.
Because remember, Alucard is not actually weak to sunlight. He just gets bored. Right? He just gets cranky. Subtitles say best you, but whatever. Dun- Perhaps maybe his clout, perhaps maybe his mind and would be clouded enough to make him lose the game.
Hmm. Yeah, fun fact, priests can actually go to jail for not telling people about stuff like this. Through early morning fog I see visions of the things to be.
I know what theme song I'm playing.
Not MASH.
I think that's mustard gas.
I believe so. Yeah,
Yep.
the Germans invented mustard gas, and then they complained about Americans using shotguns in World War One.
Oh, boo fuckity who.
Ah, would you look at that? Oh, what do you know? There's a body twitching in the pile.
Wonder how Duncan's gonna end up having to explain this to his superior officers.
Well, okay, so you know how in Star Wars Episode 9, Palpatine survived somehow? Well, somehow I survived the mustard gas attack.
They're like, that has to be the stupidest fucking thing I've ever heard.
I
Aaron
know!
McLeod.
I know! You
I know a vampire who could use a drink. Dude, don't don't flaunt your supposed unspoken riz. You're not
bro,
supposed to do that.
bro, the last time you tried... the last time you tried to get with a girl, well, she was... granted, 90s Joan Jett, but she was also insane, so...
Yeah. Wait, Ahmed? As in, I kill you. Me, a former Nazi who may or may not lack
Granted,
a German
not
accent.
former Nazi, Imperial German. So essentially the
Same
same thing,
difference.
but yeah.
Tess has been kidnapped.
Tess has been kidnapped, but oh
Oh,
no.
never
I
mind.
was gonna say Tess has been kidnapped, but only because Richie wasn't available.
I wonder if that girl that Richie's is trying to rizz up, may or may not have an obsession with guys who wear princess dresses.
Yeah.
And Richie's like, why does everybody do this to me? Why does everybody do this? I don't like wearing it. The only reason I wear it is because somebody has a gun to my head.
Got a dirty mind, I got filthy ways, I wanna bathe my ache in your Milky
Come
Ways.
here, I want to have sex with you.
We're not allowed to talk about
Hmm.
Kanye West anymore. And Kanye, if you're going to get on my ass about calling you Kanye, go to hell.
Yep.
I know you watch these, you're one of our 3 viewers.
He's that much of a narcissist.
He thinks that the Don Cheadle is him. Unfortunately, Kanye West is not that legendary.
Is that actually a comment you've received?
Huh?
Is that actually a comment you've received, or are you just making
No.
shit up?
No, I'm basically just riffing right now.
Ah, okay. Yes, I'm looking for people who actually are French in this. in this place that lacks a French accent.
Oh,
Wow.
would you look at that? Eh. Oh, wow, he's got a fucking gun. Like, that's gonna stop Duncan fucking McLeod.
Unless you shoot him square in the neck, ain't hard enough for his head to come popping off.
Oh, hey, a
Oh,
shotgun. That might actually be dangerous.
yeah.
It's actually a pretty nice shotgun.
It's a me, Mario. Your Italian accent was terrible.
Well, well, you know, who wants to live forever? Yeah. Wonder how often he has to pretend to be his own child. Do you maybe want to go back outside and wake up your buddies who tried to kill me earlier? Imagine them, like, just waking up and busting in and seeing Duncan and this guy talking. I already forgot his name. We are not the Germans.
The French. We raise our hands and surrender. You like doggy treats? His mother was a yellow Labrador.
And his father smelled of elderberries.
I said a Labrador, not a hamster. You know that I've owned a Labrador, right?
So did I. She was the sweetest dog in the world, but she did not know her own strength.
My older sister's having difficulty with a dog of her own. A 60-pound golden retriever who apparently doesn't know what personal space is.
Gee, what did we say about bringing in your weekend flings?
I guess they're not all too good friends. Well, Richie's not exactly a virgin anymore.
He's been, let's see, he's
He's
been
got
with at least two girls.
yeah, and he's actually gotten his dick wet.
We're not counting that time he dived into the water after Joan Jett.
No, he actually fucked Joan Jett. She flat out said, "Make love to me."
Yeah.
I betcha she's married to the scumbag.
Yep.
Did I guess? I guessed correctly, didn't I?
Probably. Let's go ahead and bet it.
I'm not putting money on this.
Not even a whole penny.
Not even a whole penny. Lou, that's his name. Wow, come on, man. I'm not sure about this place called Bar Restaurant.
Bar restaurant is an interesting name for anything.
When was this extra sensory buzz added? Yeah,
Now the thunder
just
starts rumbling like Duncan MacLeod is the Undertaker. Bum bum
mm.
ba-dum bum ba-dum bum 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 bum.
So when are we gonna get that wrestling match between Duncan MacLeod and the Undertaker?
You know what? Back in the 90s, that's something that would have happened. Did you know that Sting wrestled with RoboCop?
I
More to
know
the point,
that
more to the
Chucky.
point, RoboCop broke Sting out of a steel cage on an episode of WCW back in the day.
Why does everybody keep pushing me? Okay, now we're suddenly in a forest.
Those grenades do not take that long to explode.
So now he just lost him.
Hmm.
You are literally proving him right, and it's adorable. Hello, Inspector. So, when can I expect Inspector Gadget? He might be able to solve this
Do do do
mystery.
do 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 doop 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 doop.
No, no, you don't want Inspector Gadget. He's
I've told you about my
kind of an idiot.
yeah, I've told you about my my idea for the gritty Inspector Gadget reboot, right?
No, but go ahead.
Okay, so Detective Alex Murphy is gunned down on incredibly brutal fashion and rebuilt as child-friendly mascot Inspector Gadget, who also happens to use his extendo limbs to smash
Oh
in
no, no
criminal
wait, now I
heads.
remember. Now I remember this pitch. Why Alex Murphy though?
I just thought it would be funny.
And then what about Dr. Claw? Are we gonna have it be played by Miguel Ferrer's ghost?
Yes,
I'll get you next time, Gadget. Next
next
time.
time.
Wowzers.
Excuse me.
He would outlast a life sentence. Come on.
Yes.
There's that buzz again.
Hmm.
Okay then. Hey Richie, you like Huey Lewis in the news? What's Huey Lewis in the news? You're no son of mine.
Got it bad, bad, bad. I'm hot for teacher. You've been okay. So Richie, you were with an immortal.
Past tense. Sh- She would have said, I was married, even though Duncan has been very honest.
Mm-hmm.
Kid, you're dumb. You're just genuinely stupid. Well,
It's a fucking bomb in the base of the sculpture.
he goes to 7-Eleven to get Slurpees of malicious intentions.
Hmm.
He's like, yes. Goodbye, beautiful piece of French booty.
Mhm.
We will miss you. Moving on. Well, I guess I was wrong, Alex.
Mhm.
Uh, sure.
Yeah, and the witness clearly didn't see the rest of that because they would have seen him pick it up from somewhere.
We will proceed to take several moments. And then all the cocaine he could have.
Mhm.
He took literally all of it just to see if he could die from overdose.
Duncan just jumps out of a car. Oh, well now.
Qu'est-ce que c'est?
Psycho killer. Fucking
Let's see. Only like a couple minutes left.
nice shot. This is impressively weird. Like, why don't you just use other ways to kill people like a normal person?
Nah, the sword fights are more entertaining that way.
Yeah.
Plus, guns would make it go by too quickly. At least in this universe. Meanwhile, Helsing made guns very entertaining.
Hmm.
A pistol did that? Jesus. Your reflexes are amazing.
Decide to leave your weapon behind and jump into the... Duncan, I thought you were smarter than this.
Clearly not. Yes.
Yes.
Okay. Oh, God. You would not believe the things I'd seen. I was forcibly shown the room.
And I swam, swam all night and day. Did you at least get your sword back?
I'm sure he did somewhere along the line.
Yeah. Oh, somebody followed us on Twitch. Let's see. VTuber Suzanne followed us. I just followed you on Twitter.
With the princes of
If
the
you could follow back, I'd be really
universe.
appreciative. Sure.
All right. So
As
now
a
we're on episode 16, The Beast Below. So are we ready?
something very unusual. An unusual way to end off this episode.
Yeah.
All right, so 3, 2, 1.
Haven't had drunk, in case you can't tell. Mm.
Hmm. Ba-da-da-da-da, 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 ba-da-da-da-da. Now we're just now we're at the interpretive dance selection. Yes, thank you for explaining that to us, PBS kids.
Reading without flipping the phone is part of my plan, says Sosuke Aizen.
Who? What?
It's a post on I saw on Twitter.
Okay.
Is Richie genuinely bobbing his head to this?
This seems like a rejected James Bond theme song meant to like tie in into
That's just needlessly rude.
yeah, I just want to know why how like what the hell is it? Wow, you move on real fucking quick.
You forget he has the when he has the unspoken Riz.
When he has the ability, he has the ability, and when he doesn't, he doesn't.
So when he actually demonstrates unspoken Riz, that's when he gets laid. But when he
Yeah.
doesn't, when he speaks of his Riz, then there's a problem. This isn't Gurren Lagann.
I don't even know what the fuck is going on.
And besides, it's supposed to be who the hell do you think I am, not who the hell do you think you are.
Well, yeah. What, her hair turned really red. Annie, I believe the correct name is Mary Jane Watson.
Oh, he
Duncan's
sends a
immortal senses are
disturbance.
tingling.
What was
No,
that
he just
sound
fell
effect?
directly on his neck.
I just saw him falling. Maybe you actually sound like you give a shit.
Go back for another take. Huh.
what is this guy? Igor?
Looks like he's got an extra pair of arms hanging off his shoulders.
If I were a rich man, yaga
Yaga
digga
digga digga
digga
digga
digga
digga
digga
digga
digga
digga digga dum.
digga.
All day
All
long
I
and
want
bitty bitty
is
bum.
bitty bitty bong. If I were a wealthy man, oi!
Wouldn't have to work hard. Yaga digga 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 dum. You should go listen to the revival of Fiddler on the Roof, starring Alfred Molina. Well, featuring Alfred Molina. Starring, featuring. It doesn't
During the
matter.
final
Or just
month of
go
filming,
check it
Alfred
out.
Molina was also in training for his role on the stage. He's in
Yeah,
Broadway's
so
Fiddler on
while
the
he
Roof.
was filming Spider-Man 2,
Sensei film.
he was rehearsing some of his parts for Fiddler on the Roof, and so there is a famous behind-the-scene video of Dr. Octopus singing singing the Rich Man song from that.
Molina does have the voice for singing.
Mm-hmm.
Perhaps he wanted to be theatrical about it. And we all know that the black lady's gonna get framed. Sure they did. And next you're gonna tell me is that you're the Queen of England?
Yeah.
I mean, Speedwagon already said that if ain't that ain't immortality, then I'm the queen.
And then the Queen was no longer mortal.
Well, an Italian parliament. So, are we going to talk about actual stuff that matters in our government? Or are we going to talk about this 30-second NSFW video of Cloud Strife by doggy styling Tifa Lockhart? I vote the
obviously,
latter.
obviously, we're going to talk about the latter because we need to fire everybody who decided it was a great idea to post our fucking meeting link on Twitter.
Some absolute fucking legend.
I still don't understand how that happened. Well, I know how it happened, boomers, but you know.
Boomers be boomers. So, what do these gremlins have to do with the episode that came prior?
Good question. Apparently nothing.
I sense one of you is. Ah!
Freedom!
Freedom may not free. Hillary Clinton was secretly a Donald Trump this entire time. Want to know the worst part, Alex?
What?
That bit where where Hillary Clinton was secretly Donald Trump the entire time was, I'm like, no wonder.
Hmm.
I am Groot. Except for him, he's a tree.
The tree.
He says as he walks. He found a way.
Hmm.
He was going.
You forget who we are. What show this is, Tessa?
Clearly. Mama just killed a man. Put
Put
a
a gun
gun
against
against
his
his
head.
head.
Pull my
Pulled
trigger,
my
now
trigger,
he's
now he's
dead.
dead.
Mama,
Uh,
life had just
just
begun.
gone.
But now I've
But now
gone and
I've gone
thrown it
and thrown
all
it all away.
away.
Okay, we can stop now.
Yeah.
Uh, do you say something other than ugh? I guess not. And the Steam notifications keep telling me that he's playing WWE 2K23. I'm
Oh
like,
yeah, he's
play
probably
something else.
testing out. He's probably testing out mods.
Play something else.
Well, not that bad a game. Oh, that's why he had an additional pair of arms because he has that weird looking thing over his shoulders that looks like extra.
Sing for me.
Sing for the years, sing for the laughter, sing for the tears.
Oh. Sing. Stairway to heaven. Okay, I don't even
We very
know
clearly
Stairway to
have a
Heaven.
sign saying no stairway.
God, I love that fucking movie. Do, 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 do.
Hmm.
Lean, yeah. Oh, the good time is gold. We buying a stairway to heaven. Words you have Ooh, she's buying the stairway to heaven. Oh, hello.
That is an unusual haircut.
By the way,
Okay,
Alex.
that was a really jarring cut right there. Like just a full-on snap zoom out of that fucking panel. And back to the story. Back to the present day, guys.
So, Alex,
Hmm. Excuse me, yes?
in JoJo's Bizarre Adventure Bridge, when they got to William Zappelli's death,
I haven't
they
watched JoJo.
they you
JoJo's Bizarre Adventure Bridge. Yeah, blah, 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 blah. There we
what was
go.
it gonna say last Sunday,
Yeah,
dude?
we watched regular JoJo, but that's as much JoJo as I've seen.
Anyway, so in JoJo's Bizarre Adventure Bridge for William Zeppeli, they played Kashmir as he was about to go and fight Tarkus
Okay.
to get in some more wrestling references as well as Led Zeppelin. And then in the episode and then and after as Zeppeli is dying, you could hear Stairway to Heaven.
Okay.
Well, that sounds
I mean, sometimes it's good to
that
have
sound
reasonable aspirations, especially when people are attempting to keep you down. Ow.
well, she seems salty. I wonder.
In sleep he sang to me. In dreams he came, that voice which calls to me and speaks my name. Do I dream again? For now I find the phantom of the opera inside my mind. Sing once again with me a strange duet. My power over you grows stronger yet. Oh, you turn from me to glance behind. The phantom of the opera here now. Your
So, if this is supposed to be
mastermind.
the Phantom of this is supposed to be Phantom of the Opera, why isn't Gerard Butler playing this
This
guy?
is literally Phantom of the Opera, by the way. Okay, so you have like the the pretty backup singer who's kind of getting pushed up to the front, the starlet at the front. Then we have the guy who lives in the fucking basement who can sing like an angel.
Meanwhile, in Cowboy Bebop, Spike Spiegel will be entering the church to go fight against Vicious. And then the Highlander would be like, you can't fight here. This is holy ground. Did I ask for your professional opinion? Uh, because the answer is no. Slice head off.
What was even your point, Richie? I just want to know that.
Oh, 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 suddenly you hear the Carmen sea monster from Courage the Cowardly Dog.
Mm-hmm.
By the way, the whole series is available on DVD.
Nice.
Wow, she is trying to manipulate him into killing the backup singer.
Mm-hmm.
Richie would not be too happy to hear that. Well, Richie's got to wear the princess dress now.
Now Duncan has to fight Andre the Giant.
I almost got my ass kicked by a giant. What do you think, Richie? Better. Because I will get here. Because I will move you here back here faster than the Flash. Flash could say, "Wowzers!"
Faster than the Flash could say, fuck Hawaii!
Eh, It would establish a motive. Sorry about that.
Oh, welcome back.
Yeah, what are we about? What are we about? You? Then they get tossed out of the building.
Where over the rainbow. I don't know why that's playing in my head. A neat looking bass guitar. They give a close up on the actual lead guitarist.
Now she's starting to get worried.
Yes, keep a fucking murder weapon around. Please, please, please try to stab Duncan with that. Please.
We'd all love to see you try.
Yeah.
So, Alex,
Yeah?
how would how do you feel about the idea in in regards to Bruford and Tarkus, the fact how do you feel about the fact that in the abridged series that they have the motif of Chris Jericho and the Big Show?
I mean, it's interesting.
We are the greatest tag team of the 16th century, executed by a ruthless tyrant. Hi, I am Queen Elizabeth, and you executed. We wish you all the best in all of your future endeavors in hell.
The Big Show's voice is unusually difficult to imitate. Because he has this giant body, which makes it
Yes.
difficult to make it sound the way he does naturally. Oh, would you look at that? Richie's got his kidnap me shirt on.
Now remember, whoever
What?
you kidnap has to wear this frilly dress.
That's a 5-string bass. That's interesting. You don't see those that often.
Oh, hello. I just got my ass kicked by a dump truck with
And
someone's big
anybody
butt.
get the
No,
name
as
of that rock? I think I got a little bamboozled. Well, the Phantom of the Opera kidnapped the girl you were jealous of.
surprisingly, Richie didn't get kidnapped in this episode after her getting kidnapped once. Yeah. Unga bunga.
Expecting him to ask her to sing for him.
Kind of tragic that this guy was manipulated to doing horrible things.
Yeah.
Yeah, if this were an RPG, we'd be forced into an escort mission.
Now the show becomes Resident Evil 4 briefly.
Leon! Leon!
Leon, help!
Help yourself, bitch.
Here, it's called a gun.
If this were Jim Carrey as the Highlander, I'd give him a big old smack on the ass. Oh, this is just. The worst part is that Ursa can't really be tried as a sane man.
No. Although, I'd like to see how they could try an immortal at all. It's over, Ursa. I have the high ground.
I believe Ursa would only really be charged with
He'd be committed to a
like
mental
one,
asylum and then studied for the rest of eternity.
yeah. And meanwhile, well, it would be Carolyn who would be given the charges because she'd be
Conspiracy to commit
coerced him into do.
murder.
Yep. So weirdly enough, Ursa would actually be able to get off a bit better than Carolyn.
Yeah.
Know what I mean?
Uh huh.
In case anyone is curious as to where or we determine some of these, go watch Mosaic's videos.
Yes.
I'm sure. So I'm guessing based on what I've been talking about, you've actually watched a number of
Oh, I've
them.
seen a couple of them. So did his head come off during that fall, or?
I have to assume. Well,
I
either
mean,
that or his neck got broken to the point where, or
okay, nope, the answer is no then. So he's not, shouldn't be dead, right? Yeah, no, he's not.
no.
Oh, poor
So
Cabby.
no. Oh, its name is Cab Kun. She is
She was
now
already dead before the episode started.
so now she's about to be isekai'd.
Reborn in another world as the Phantom of the Opera.
Phantom of the Opera, as played by a person of color for the first time.
Sing a once again with me.
Well, that's nice of Duncan.
Excuse me.
I thought that was a noise is that Ursa made.
Alright, I think we got one more before we have to turn in for the night.
Yep. That was actually kind of a sad episode.
Mm-hmm. Whoa, oh.
There was also a really good episode of Batman the Animated Series that dealt with someone who couldn't handle the thought of losing all that fame and relevancy.
Mm-hmm.
It was the episode titled Baby Doll, as reviewed by Doug Walker and familiar the guy who does Familiar Faces. What's his name? Well, anyway, we are on Saving Grace. So are we ready?
Yep.
All right, in three,
Three, two,
two,
one.
one. Yeah. Born to be kings, we're the princes of the universe. Episode titles comes up and they start singing Amazing Grace.
Julia Stemberger, George Coraface, Werner Stalker as Darius. Believe I've heard the name Werner Stalker before.
Was he from a previous episode?
Hang on, I'm looking him up. German actor. Oh yeah, he's the fucking priest. And who wants to live forever?
Dude. Wait, weren't they the couple from a couple episodes ago or no?
I'm gonna say no, but I
Okay then.
can't swear to that. Like I said earlier, I got a splitting headache. Ow.
Okay then. So he was saving that self-defense bullet.
And now he's
Like,
just spreading out. Kerosene, I think, based on that container.
yeah. Ugh. Well, it's a good thing she left before.
Mm-hmm.
It's over, Anakin. I have the high ground. You are underestimating my power. Don't try it. Ah! You were the chosen one. It was said that you would destroy the Sith, not join them. Bring balance to the Force, not leave it in darkness. I hate you. You were my brother, Anakin. I loved you. Ah, 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 ah. That's not good. Killed by some rando who played Resident Evil too long. He had a self defense gun. Oh, wait, I think. Hold on a second. So she herself is immortal?
Yep.
Wow, Richie's. Well, he actually is speaking the words correctly.
Hmm.
I imagine outwardly Richie and Tess are just like Richie's just like he's having one of those flashbacks again, does isn't he? Yes, we still have to get used to it. Dude, you gotta actually talk to us. You
Can you,
can't
like,
just
explain
go
these
and
things out loud, Duncan? Rather than just staring off into the distance, reminiscing?
then it wouldn't be entertaining for the audience. Hmm. Perhaps I should investigate a woman being attacked. So, Alex,
Yeah?
and so you know how there were those famous outtakes from the Berserk or dub?
Uh-huh.
There was like a bit when child
Yes,
when the
just because
child
she's screaming
actor.
doesn't mean there's any hurry to get there. You just take your sweet time tying up the horse.
Hopefully, this isn't a sex dungeon. Oh, good. She's just giving birth. So she was just trying to like make sure it was alive.
One of the most unusual things in Duncan's life. Mortal senses go off, somebody's screaming, nobody's actually dying.
Yeah. Yeah, I have to imagine. And it's just one of those weird bits. Also, my dog is here.
Mm-hmm.
I'm
Hello.
sure you could I'm
Yeah, I hear the collar coming. Clink, clink, clink. I mean, not like that, if you know what I mean. Except for the last time where it was days.
Richie's gonna try to riz her up. I swear to God, Richie is more of a player
Well, you know, it's all
than
about the game and how you play it.
he's more of a player than fucking Connor.
It's all about control and if you can take it.
Meanwhile, in my version, and Leonardo would be like, I don't think I could get with any ladies. And Duncan and Connor would be like,
And then
why
he
not?
and then he goes to the local scaly convention and the girl tells him, "Leave the suit on." What suit? Oh, that's
Leonardo
even
would be like,
better.
okay. Leonardo's
Okay,
like,
bad
okay, I'm
bad bad touch. I need an adult. Wait, you are an adult. Oh no.
he's like, I was a married man once.
I am
I
a
had a beautiful
I
wife.
am a But this is not my beautiful house and you are not my beautiful wife.
She died long ago. I would know. I buried her. For those wondering for context, you will see it soon. At least Tessa is understanding.
Huh. Yeah. We could have had far worse than this. They could have turned it into an entire episode or an entire season's worth of some kind of stupid arc revolving around their relationship being on the rocks and you know they'd have a completely non-satisfactory resolution in the season finale. I'm not arrowing about anything.
That sounds like you were talking about something oddly specific.
Yeah, I'm very specifically talking about the numerous times that happened on the on what was once the greatest show on TV, CW's Arrow.
You still have not convinced me that that was the greatest show on television, and with that fucking episode,
Listen, we can listen. That was the entire point of that to show how far the series had fallen. Now, if you can imagine, actually, you know, when we get a chance, we could probably watch a couple episodes of season one, like the pilot and the first three episodes, and
look, I'm already kind of off
when we
from
get
Arrow and anything to do with the Arrowverse,
no, I
so
gotcha. No, I understand.
I'm not.
I get it. I I watched that show for way too fucking long after it stopped being good. I understand if you don't want to start it. It's
I don't.
just that
I would rather.
season one was one of the best seasons of television I'd ever
I would
seen.
rather.
And then
I would
season
rather.
two was pretty good.
Go back.
And then everything
I'd,
after that was like, what the fuck?
I would rather or just watch more JoJo,
Yeah.
JoJo. Anyway,
Okay. I mean, you'd have to lock me up, and you know, time is nothing.
Duncan would be like, "So, Leonardo, you are an immortal like us." Yeah,
How are
I
you?
am.
And you are a giant turtle. Is it possible to learn
Quicken.
this technique?
No, it's not a technique. It was the result of the quickening plus some
Oh,
mystic
damn
pool
it.
that I fell into.
Damn it, that's unfortunate.
Why would you want to be a Ninja Turtle?
Oh, well, and if people thought I was just a mutant, they'd leave me alone more often. Not to mention, I would love to be able to retract my head into my shell when somebody tries to cut it off.
I can't actually do that.
You kidding me? What's the shell for, then?
I
I
suppose
have
extra defense on my back.
Mr. Splinterson, I believe I have historical documents of you and some of your brothers fighting against the Foot Clan, and you
Splinter
retracting your head
Son?
into your shell.
Splin- Splinter Son? Brothers? What are you talking about? I was an only child.
So, well, you deny that this is you in this black mask, in this blue mask, rather.
I mean, that's no there's no mistake that that mask is pretty much the one I wear, but no, I do not have siblings, nor am I the son of a rat, you said?
Hang on. What about, what about this?
That's a picture of you in a tutu. Connor be like, why do you have a picture of yourself in a tutu?
So, who's the immortal villain this time?
Perhaps it is one Norman Osborn.
Well, in the end, there can be only one.
Okay, so I
Do you
have
know how
two
much
swords.
I sacrificed?
Okay, so I have two swords, ninja mask, and a trench coat. That's about all I got. I don't have the ability
A
to
Green
retract my head
Goblin
inside of
outfit? Of course not, you're already
Leonardo would
green.
just be like Leonardo would be like, I don't have the ability to retract my
Girls.
limbs or my head inside of my shell. And I just
I've never saw
can't.
the appeal of flinging playing cards into a hat. Or a... Huh. I also once saw a video of a guy fling a playing card at a TV and kill it by embedding the card in the screen. It was like a pack of fresh playing cards, too.
Except for all the beautiful women that are afraid of you. I swear they're gonna find a way to drag Darius out of that church and kill him.
Forgive me, Father, for I have sinned. But never since my last confession. My my sin is going to be murdering a priest. Please, bow forward. We'll make this easy. Pretty sure that's not how that works, buddy.
Yeah. Hi, Duncan. Flashback. What the hell is with these costume designs?
Well, it is supposed to be Victorian era England, I believe.
Those fucking mutton chops.
In the background, Holmes and Watson are scurrying about. There are no Indians in the Amazon jungle.
What are the are you referring to Indians or Native Americans?
They wouldn't be either. They'd be. I was almost going to say Amazonians, but
Themyscira is a thing.
yeah, Themyscira is not in the Amazon jungle, ironically. There's the Hoolies, the Pygmies, and the Yanomamis.
Please make sure you get the red sail all this time because last time you tried sailing away, hey, you sailed so slow you had to turn back, but then you realized you were moving at the same speed. Are you sure about that?
Have you made a few? Have you had your share of sand kicked in your face? Still come through.
So he's a crazy bitch.
Damn, you's a crazy bitch. Damn, boy. Are you sure about that?
For some reason, Alex, now I'm tempted to just imagine for the Highlander AU who I'm thinking of, just have a piece where both Connor and Duncan MacLeod are just carrying a drunk Leonardo out of a bar. He's like, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle.
On to be king. Princes of the universe. Fighting and
Okay, you're drunk. Let's get you home.
Doesn't a mortal even... How doesn't an immortal even get drunk? There was nowhere that was possible. And then again, he is a
Well,
turtle.
well, we've found a way.
Life
A
finds a
very,
way, as that movie once said.
that's from Batman versus TMNT, right? That GIF.
I know, it was the only one that came up when I clicked on
They never
Turtle
did that in. They
TMNT
never did
Turtle
that.
Head.
They
They did in the
never
live action
did.
movies.
Yeah, but they never did that in the '03 show.
You know what? That's right.
Yeah. What's Richie doing here? So Richie is just going through great waves to find the aliases.
Hmm.
Oh, gee, it's almost like he can sense you, and it's the gathering.
Gathering all over the world.
Wow, that's disrespectful. Oh, it's best you actually stay here with Richie.
Hmm.
What an interesting to cut to.
I get a nice look at this guy's sword because it looks very strange.
Yeah, it does. She's gonna get killed on accident, isn't she?
Uh, I'll betcha. Yeah. Yeah, that is a very strange looking sword. Holding the sword backwards in the wide shot, and then he was holding it correctly in the close shot. Although holding the sword backwards like that is good when you're not trying to slash with the edge.
Yeah.
Looks like a Roman broadsword. Jean Valjean, prisoner number 2460. Wait.
Oh, well, that's assaulting officers of the law.
Hmm. Whoop, whoop, that's the sound of the police.
Yep, he's totally dead this time.
I'll get him totally out of my show this time.
Okay, then. Looks like some bitches are gonna need to die. I gotta save her. You know what Duncan would have to do if they got onto the plane?
Calling a bomb threat?
No, he'd have to say, "I gotta get in there." Watch it, douchebag. Oh, there's a train. You know what that means?
Gant's abridged.
No, I gotta get in there. So you've seen Gant's Bridge from
I've seen
Ben
all of
Creighton.
Gant's abridged, plus the commentary.
Any favorite part from Gant's Bridge?
Because the rest of the series is filler.
Oh yeah, that part. I was like, oh god damn it. And then it turned out he was right. Because that's the worst thing about that anime, aside from the dub kind of sucking. Look, Chris Harris was excellent in as Corono, but I'm not a fan of Corono.
I
I'm
remember
sorry. He's
seeing some of the actual lines from the show and thinking, okay, and he didn't put these in there.
yep. And that's why Gant said, remind me why this show needed to be abridged again.
And we gotta
I
get
think
out of
my
here.
favorite
We gotta get out of here before the female Ghostbusters come by. Come on, get your leg out.
what?
The train cut his head off. That means the train gets the quickening.
Nope.
That's unfair. We should have had an immortal train.
So that sign is a fan of the Mets now?
It's all about the Mets. Yeah, baby. Let's go. All about the
Worst
Mets.
the weirdest thing is that in the Marvel Zombies What If, Peter says that New York is home to the Mets and not the Yankees or anybody else.
Well,
I'm like, dude, Peter.
well, that's why he doesn't like the Yankees.
What did you do, Richie?
Nothing. Okay.
Well, now she won't have to run away anymore. Well, rather, or she wouldn't have to. She won't have to run away from crazy guy.
Yeah.
She still has to leave.
Hmm. So apparently, that animated Spider-Man show that Disney's been working on is only going to be 10 episodes long.
Okay.
With each episode being 30 minutes.
Okay. And let me guess, it's only canon adjacent to the MCU.
Man, I don't fucking know anymore. They've changed so much about that fucking show.
Right down to that one time when Spider-Man and may or may not have had given MJ STDs from his spider sperm.
Kevin, we don't talk about Spider-Man Rain. Also, it wasn't STDs from the spider sperm. It was radioactive. It was cancer from his radioactive jizz. Get it right. Seriously, I can't remember who wrote that, but they should never work in comics ever again.
Like Tom Taylor shouldn't work in comics.
Tom Ta- We'll discuss that tomorrow.
Anyway, hey, that'll be all for tonight, and
Yep.
we will pick
We'll
up
be
on this
back.
show again,
Yes.
and
Back
we
with the
will pick up on this.
Metcast in, I was gonna give an exact count, but tomorrow evening, say. Hopefully,
Yeah,
hopefully I will be doing a lot better. Till then,
hopefully.
guys, later. Bye for...
Bye.
Oh, God. Bye for now. The top of my Blu-ray case snagged on the slipcover because apparently it's cracked. I didn't notice.